Date, April 7th, 1914. Today was the happiest day of my life. The woman I've loved for so long had finally said yes to my proposal. I proposed to her with the coin that my father gave to my mother when they were younger. We worked out the kinks last noon, and we decided our wedding would be in May. That was the month my mother and father were married. I can tell it's going to be a great year for me.
Date, May 7th, 1914. Okay, I certainly retract my last journal entry. Today was the happiest day of my life. Today was our wedding day, the day where we said our vows and our I do's. I had finally scrounged up enough money to finally buy her the ring she certainly deserved. Today was the happiest day of my life, no doubt about it. Date, July 10th, 1914. Today was the day I found out Lilith was pregnant. I was so happy, all I could do was hug her. I can't wait to have a child to raise and teach. It seemed like so far my life was moving so fast, but I really don't mind it at all. Date, December 5th, 1914. Today I witnessed the most beautiful thing in the world. The birth of my daughter, Delilah. She came out 6 pounds 7 ounces. She has beautiful green eyes, just like her mother, and beautiful brown hair, just like mine. I can tell she's going to be a little heartbreaker and a strong-willed young lady. Date, December 5th, 1916. I haven't updated my journal in a while. It feels so unusual to me now. It's just my life has been so busy lately. Today is Delilah's 2nd birthday. She's grown out of her brown hair and into sun-kissed blonde hair just like her mother, luckily for her. She still has my nose, though. You can still tell she's my daughter in many ways. I'm so proud of the way she's turned out so far. I was taking a walk down by the Halifax coast, and I saw posters hanging up telling me to enlist in the war, or the Huns would come over and kill and even torture my family. I love my wife and daughter way too much to let them be tortured, so I enlisted that afternoon. I don't know how I'm going to break it to Lilith, but at least I'll be a hero and save my family and this country. Date, June 3rd, 1917. I broke the news to Lilith. She was upset for a while, as I thought she would be, but then she came down. I went in to go pack my things, and as I was packing, she came in with the coin that I proposed to her with. She told me that this was my good luck charm, and to always keep it in her pocket. We decided not to tell Delilah until later. We thought it was better that way. Later, when I told Delilah, she came with me to go pick up my uniform, and then they dropped me off at the train to Belgium. The train ride would be long, but Delilah had given me her teddy bear. She told me it would comfort me. Before the train left the station, I leaned out of the window and gave Delilah a goodbye hug and Lilith a goodbye kiss. Date, September 30th, 1917. The war has been a very traumatic experience for me. Most of my friends have either been shot or killed or just died from something they now debunk as trench foot. The mud has been so wet, I feel as though I drowned in it. Come to the war, they said. You'll be a hero. But why do I only feel like a monster? I've watched kids as young as 15 get shot only because they were too afraid to go over the line. This place is not for a child. It's not for anybody.
Date, November 9th, 1917. I was shot in battle. The nurses said the only thing that saved me from unfixable and devastating damage was a large coin in my pocket that slowed down the bullet. Lilith told me it was my luck charm, and I now believe her. They told me I would need to stay for at least a month to recover, but at least I would be able to come back home to Lilith and Delilah in one piece. Date, December 7th, 1917. They let me out of the intensive care unit a couple days back, and when I got off the train to come see my hometown, I was so excited to try and see Lilith and Delilah, but as we pulled up to Halifax, I saw that it was in pieces and shards. Nothing there was rememberable. Nothing there was recognizable. It was all just gone. The first thing that went through my head was, where was Delilah and where was Lilith? So I got off the train and ran to the churches that were still standing way back, and there was Delilah and Lilith huddled up in a blanket in one of the pews. They saw me and they hugged me, and I hugged them, thanking God that they were still alive, as they were probably thanking God that I was. It was not a good year for any of us at that moment, but we knew that our family would stick together and be strong. I knew that we would get through this hard time all together.